am a soft person, and that's why I don't really talk or connect with people, because I'm always trying to protect myself, because I am soft and I don't try to portray myself as anything but a soft person. So of course everybody dragging me and, you know, my weight loss journey and everything that I was vulnerable about before.
That was just nasty.
Of course it's going to make me feel, I'm not going to come here and pretend like, oh, I never feel no way, No, I'm soft, so I just stay to myself, like it's a defense mechanism. I don't want to be close to people or vulnerable on a daily basis.
Hi guys, welcome back to Beyond the Influence, and I have another popular, very good friend of mine.
Exactly.
Denille Rene. Denille, thank you so much for agreeing to speak with me.
Thank you for having me, Brian.
I spoke to Nets from our first episode, and she said that she regards herself as a generalist. What do you regard yourself as?
Regard myself as?
Influencer, Twitter fave, or just a young girl doing YouTube?
I'm a content creator. That is just my thing. Above all things, that's the only group I would put myself in.
Okay.
It is my content creation that has, you know, allowed me to break out into being an influencer. It is the content that I create that has attracted people to me to be considered a quote-unquote Twitter fave. It is everything that I do is surrounding content creation.
Okay.
So that is what I would categorize myself as.
What kind of content do you like to create though?
I am most in love with creating travel content. Unfortunately, I have not created a lot of travel content in 2020, but that's definitely coming up for 2021. You know, I have my first 2 trips for the year planned out already, so I'm looking forward to that. But that's what I enjoy creating the most, travel content, and you know, I also love story times.
There is like this negative connotation with influencer.
It's unfortunate.
Why do you think that is?
I think there's just a negative connotation around influencer in this space though. You mean in Jamaica? Because globally, influencers are something that is accepted, appreciated, celebrated even.
Exactly.
Here in Jamaica, it seems like no one wants to admit that they're influenced by anyone. Everyone is so caught up with, oh, you know, I do what I want. No one can lead me to buy anything. I can wholeheartedly say that a lot of people in the space influence me on a daily basis, and I don't think that makes me a weak-minded person. I think we're all influenced by each other and each other's stories. I also think that everyone is an influencer, not just the people that we celebrate as such. There are a lot of persons on my timeline that will share their experience with a product that can make me want to buy it. At the end of the day, people like real stories, real experiences, and it will, you know, influence them to spend real money.
Yeah, you don't even have to have a lot of followers on social media.
No, definitely not. Yeah. I started doing influencer work when I had maybe 2,000 followers on Instagram, when I considered myself quite a zero. Yeah. But a lot of brands saw potential in me from that stage, you know, until now.
Is there, with the term influencer, or, you know, being a content creator and a very popular content creator, is there like a pressure for you to watch what you say or conduct yourself on social media?
Yes, there is, and I think up until the other day, when I felt like I had enough, I was really doing pretty great at that. And not because I'm always very cognizant, but because I was explaining to you before, I don't really like to talk a lot. Contrary to popular belief, I don't like to give my opinions on things. I'm a very quiet person. I mean, if you've ever worked with me in an office space, I'm the type of person that you kind of have to poke more than one time to give an opinion, because I mean, I don't really like to share as much as it seems like I like to share, which is why I think it's very important that you understand that Denille Rene is very different than Denille, insert my last name here. I share a lot as a content creator, but in real life,
it's very different.
It's very different. So, you know, up until the other day, you know, where they became blurred lines, I don't really necessarily, because you know you have those people on Twitter who always speaking up against something. I'm not in that group. I see a lot of things and I'm just like, oh my God, it's the cap on this app. Or I see some people say some things and I'm like, oh my God, that is such foolishness. And you'll never hear me say anything because I'm just not that type of person. You know, and the people who are like that, I applaud you because you guys be giving me the entertainment.
Honestly,
I love that stuff.
Yeah, scroll and laugh Twitter.
Yeah,
that's
so me. I barely tweet anything. Like, if you go through my tweets, you probably see what I'm eating. You know, my boyfriend this, my boyfriend that. I love my boyfriend you to death. But other than that, I don't really say much.
But all right, so you're not quite outspoken. Then how did you feel when you were
outspoken that one time and it went downhill?
Yeah.
I must say that even up until now, it's something that I really internalize. Like, I feel really, you know, disappointed in myself based on how everything played out. For me, I think it was a matter of my words being misconstrued, because I think a lot of persons thought that I was coming from a place of bashing another content creator, but for me, it was really from a place of that agency or whoever organized that should have never put that person in that situation for me to feel how I felt while watching it. Because at the end of the day, you know, if you are, you know, if you're creating something and you want a certain feel to be evoked, it's your responsibility to manage all of that, not the talent.
Yeah.
She was merely the talent and I was not attacking her, but I do understand that how I delivered everything, you know, came off wrong and it was distasteful. And I really am sorry if I hurt anyone, you know, along the way, but that was definitely not my intention. But it really comes back to, you have to be so careful with what you say, because if I had said that to a friend or a cousin, because they know me and know that I'm not a negative person, they probably wouldn't have read it like that. But then people won't read how I mean because they are not my friends. They just know me as an influencer and they expect me to always say positivity, love and light. I love this for you. The basic things. They don't expect me to say, yo, I really didn't like that. And when I say I really didn't like that, they think, oh, it's because the brand didn't use her.
Or maybe because, you know, you're at a different level. So
or they feel like I'm, you know, sitting high and looking low when it really wasn't coming from a place like that. The thing is, the truth is, the other part of me, I work at an agency. And I do saying snooty things sometimes about other agencies where, like, that's my toxic trait, because I be like, my agency would never, you know what I'm saying? But nobody sees me as an agency worker. You see me as an influencer, and I understand that. So
did it faze you in any way at all? Or
yeah, man, like definitely, because I am a soft person, and that's why I don't really talk or connect with people, because I'm always trying to protect myself, because I am soft and I don't try to portray myself as anything but a soft person. So of course everybody dragging me and, you know, my weight loss journey and everything that I was vulnerable about before.
That was just nasty.
Of course it's going to make me feel, I'm not going to come here and pretend like, oh, I never feel no way, No, I'm soft, I just stay to myself, like it's a defense mechanism. I don't want to be close to people or vulnerable on a daily basis. It's just not me, because I know how people can be and I'm always trying to protect myself. So that one time where I said something wrong and everybody like tore me to shreds, of course I did feel bad for a long time. And I mean, if you really did notice, I did even slow down the amount of videos and stuff that I did post after that, and I really don't post much on my Twitter. Like probably I post like the link to my YouTube video and keep it pushing, and I just keep my promotion over to Instagram where they're more fake positive over there. So it's a more comfortable space for me. I love Instagram. Instagram is definitely my platform. I love the fake positivity. I love the quotes. And ain't nobody coming over there with no angriness to me. I'm telling you the truth, I ain't got no Instagram problem. So that's just where I stay.
Because I realized that, you know, of late, you used to tweet a lot, but now
I don't really tweet.
Barely just the YouTube links and
it's just YouTube links, because at the end of the day, I think that I forgot for a moment that Twitter is just business for me. I don't want any friends. I don't want to be close to people. It's just business for me. So my Twitter has just been reduced to that right now. It's just posting my links, and you know, if I see something funny, LMAO, and I'll be still my boyfriend in you to death. That's all.
But that's so unfortunate though. I remember Twitter as an app. It came out and we could share our opinions, and you know, a lot of fun and a lot of laughter used to happen. Now it's like toxic. That's quite unfortunate.
It's kind of unfortunate, but Twitter is just a heavy place for me right now. I mean, mind you, even before my incident, I understood that it's all fun and games until you drop the ball once. Because I've seen it happen to many friends of mine.
Even Antonio,
yeah, I've seen it happen to friends of mine, associates of mine, and I know that the people over there are with you today and tomorrow they are not. And even though people are gonna say, but that's how people are in real life. But over Twitter, I'm telling you, in the drop of a dime, you can lose all of your friends or supporters or whatever. I mean, I saw a lot of people who, quote unquote, looked up to me and used to always send me a lot of the fake positivity, ripping me to shreds. I'm just like, it's a good thing. Me never really did that take on the prom practice, because then that would have mashed me up. Because, like, as I said, today, they love Brian, and Brian is the greatest content creator that they've ever seen. If Brian ever creates or puts something out there that they don't like, it's off with your head. So, because I appreciate that more now, I just don't want to post anything. And I mean, another creator that I'm very close to was saying to me, Denille, that's no way to live. You know, you gotta put yourself back out there. And I'm like, nah, remember, I'm soft, and I'm not gonna pressure myself to be back out there for you guys to rip me to shreds for my opinions again. Like, I be thinking stuff, like, and I'm not gonna come over there and, you know, act a certain way for you guys to approve of me again so that you can tear me down next time. So it's just the links to the YouTube. Go watch my YouTube videos if you want to see me talk, but I don't anticipate talking on Twitter again.
I feel like as a content creator though, that's inevitable. Somebody going to find some issue with you.
Yeah, they are, and it's just how you choose to deal with it. Unfortunately, I just choose to not be on there sitting all day tweeting all kind of things again. So I just post the links.
That's true. Okay.
When you can come cuss me under my YouTube video,
and you'll take them on.
I will, especially if it's a Saturday and I ain't do nothing. I will answer you, so you guys can come take me on YouTube and take me on Instagram. But on Twitter, oh, don't catch me again over there. For real, I'm not for say.
Fair enough. Speaking of content creation, your YouTube journey, when you started that, what was like the intention behind it?
I'm going to be very candid and very honest about my YouTube journey. I used to share a YouTube channel with my ex-boyfriend, Jeff Journalist, and it was awesome. And with our breakup, I was just like, you mean to say I'm not going to get to the YouTube anymore? And he's like, no man, you should start your own channel. And even though I was very nervous about it, because I'm just like, but really I gotta start from zero. I say, nobody not even go come take this on. You know how hard it is to gain subscribers on YouTube?
Started over?
Wow. I started a brand new YouTube channel in March when the pandemic began, and I was very nervous because starting from zero is just very scary. Javon and I had maybe like, you know, 3,000 something subs or so like that, and so to think about starting from zero was very wow. I have nobody to edit for me because I say me and Jeff left, so I forgot edit by myself.
You could
so
ask him still. He wouldn't.
Yeah, true. He would have still did for me, but I like beg. I like beg Jeff because he will do it for me, but the begging not cute. So I made an intro for myself and I posted it. And with posting my intro, I got like 150 subs. No videos, just the intro. Man, so watch it. Man, so me go boss. And in no time, I really was gaining a lot of subscribers, a lot of views, and it was really just from me and my friends doing tomfoolery, and I really appreciated that.
So in March of 2020, you started from scratch?
From zero.
And now you're at 10,000 subscribers?
Yes, 10,200.
Wow.
Some of them are angry people, some of them are really nice people, but 10,200
but they're still
subscribers.
giving you that views.
Yeah, and I love that for me. It's the check for me. But yeah, and it has its ups and downs. With being the type of person that I am, there's a lot of downs. I am very emotional and I get burnt out easy. So sometimes I'll be doing specials with like 5 or 7 videos back to back. And then I just get so tired and I start hating YouTube, but I'm like, I need a break. And then I'll be taking breaks, and then I'll be like, oh my God, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. And then, you know, I have my other content creator friends.
That was me after my first video.
Like, the burnout is real. So, you know, my dear friend and fave, you know, Rush Cam is always, you know, inspiring me and telling me that you stop doing that, because it's a cycle of burning out, because I get so excited about putting out 7 videos back to back, because I like doing that for my subscribers and they enjoy watching that, but then it's just the effect on me afterwards. So this special, which will obviously be out by the time this is out, is one video, and you know, Rushcam convinced me that this one video is enough, and I made like 5 of my friends watch it and they're like, this one video is enough. So this special is
so like
a Sunday special, one video only. Never have I ever done one video only for my special, but I feel like it's special enough.
Okay, can look for, when can we look forward to it?
You can, by the time this is out, you guys can head over and go watch it, because it's coming out in a couple of hours.
No, okay, cool. I watched your last YouTube video. It was one of the most entertaining videos I've ever watched, to be honest.
Love that.
Were you really hypnotized?
Yes, I was 100%, cross my heart, swear to die, hypnotized, and I did not expect to be. I went into the situation very skeptical, because I'm like, this is some clown-ish. But I was like, you know, a part of the direction for my channel 2021 is I'll be starting a playlist of Denille trying new things. And one of the first new things was, you know, trying out this hypnotism thing. And I must say I went into it with an open mind, and it was really scary to watch it back. It was scary. I mean, he de-tranced me off of camera, because he kept me in a trance for his video as well. And he de-tranced me off camera, and that's when I can remember everything. So
even while you were talking and reflecting, you were still in a trance?
I was still in a trance for like hours, because after I record my video, you know, I went and recorded his. So he didn't want to de-trance me and put me back, you know? The time consumingness of it all. But yeah.
So how did it feel though? Like when you hypnotized?
You are very much, the parts of you that are supposed to be there is there, you know. Like, you know, you still know who you are and stuff like that, but it's the instructions part. Remember, he gives me the instructions. So at the end of my video where I was able to remember what I said, is because he said, remember everything you just said. So then I was able to remember that. When I was finished with his video and he took me out of the trance completely, and I could look back on all of the content we created, I was just like, man, that's some shit. That's some spooky, That's
really cool.
It was really cool. It was definitely an experience I'd tell anybody to try, even once.
All right, so you're in a unique position right now with, you know, your YouTube, your content creation. You're at a point where you're influencing a lot of people. You said you want to try new things. Anything specific that you want to try?
I made a bucket list for 2020, and of course, because of Miss Rona and the Panasonic, I've not been able to complete a lot of those things. So, you know, on the list I had, like, you know, going to a nude beach, you know, I had parasailing, visiting different places. So I'm definitely going to incorporate a lot of that on the channel, as well as a lot of extreme things that I would have watched on, like, overseas YouTube, like, I want to be pushing my limits and doing some things that people are going to be like, Denille, go and kill herself? That's what I want to do for this year. Some extreme things that you guys are going to be like, is that safe?
When you say extreme, like skydiving and them things there?
Anything that come to my mind and I say, yo, I'm going to just jump out of this plane. Like, I want to be doing some crazy things this year.
Especially after the year that we had the 2020.
Yeah, exactly. Like the other day I watched a 15-shot challenge. I've been trying to convince a friend. None of my friends want to do it, but I might end up doing it by myself. And if I dirt a dirt,
it's a bit too much.
If I dirt a dirt, whatever happens, just happens. So what are we big people? So it's either I'm gonna get somebody to do it with me or I do it by myself. But yeah.
How would you describe your journey so far?
Memorable. It's been memorable. You know what I'm saying? I'll always remember this part of my life. Probably the bravest part of my life, because as I said, I'm a very inside person. So this has been really beautiful. Both the good things and the bad things, I've, you know, enjoyed them all.
Do you think you'll ever reach to the point where you'll go full-time with YouTube? Because there are a lot of persons that, you know, really
full-time
successful
YouTube.
And, you know,
man, definitely. Full-time YouTube or full-time content creation, I think, is most of us' goal. I want to be a YouTube stay-at-home mom. So, you know, and my kids have to do YouTube. By the time they're 8, everybody's going to be a YouTuber. I don't make the rules. Well, yes, I do because it's my house. So, you know, I'll definitely be encouraging a lot of creation from, you know, age 0. You know, there'll be a whole baby movie when I'm dropping my kid like an album.
And final question, what do you hope your influence to achieve? Like, what when people watch your videos and your content, what is it that you want them to get out of it?
I want people to watch my videos and feel like we're friends.
Okay.
I want people to feel like they have someone that relates to them, someone that they can talk to. I love when my subscribers send me like long DMs with whatever problem that they have in their life, whether it be school, relationships, or whatever, and they sincerely want my advice. I love that. You know, one of my dreams is actually to go back to school to do psychology. I love helping people. I love, you know, talking people through issues. Brian knows this, that I love to therapy people to death.
Yes.
That's another toxic
and you
trait.
helped me a lot.
I will be psychoanalyzing you all the time. But yeah, that's something that I really love. So yeah, and I hope to do a lot more therapy on my channel this year as well.
Yeah.
Talking about like real things that affect your heart and soul. Yeah.
I spoke to Karim about this. The therapy thing in Jamaica, it's not accessible because it's kind of expensive and probably we don't know who to go to.
Yeah.
Do you think that if it was more, or if it was less expensive, that more people would go to
Yeah,
therapy?
definitely. I think it's definitely the cost, because I think a lot of people accept that they do need help and they're open to help, but it's really a matter of, you know, being able to pay for it or even knowing who to go to. I've had persons, you know, reach out to me asking me for therapist suggestions or whatever, to ask my friends who do go to therapy, who they use and stuff like that. So yeah. For
me though, honestly, I don't know if it works. I've spoken to people, yes, and it does help, like it relieves some stress, but the pain and everything is still there.
Like, I've only been to therapy once. Let me tell you, first of all, I'm a nutcase, you know, and it's something that I openly say. I went to therapy once and it just felt so invasive to me.
Yeah.
I did not go back.
Yeah.
And
that's what
I don't know if that's the best thing, but I went once and I'm proud of myself for attending, but I didn't feel welcome. I did just kind of feel like, you know, patient number 365, and it just made me feel weird pouring out my heart and being so vulnerable for somebody to just say, okay, I'm gonna see you next week and you need to constantly be doing this, blah blah blah. I didn't even feel better after that first session of her interviewing me and picking apart my whole life. So I didn't attend anymore.
Okay. Well, yeah, we all have our different battles to face, but
that's true.
2021 should be a better year than
yes, 100%. I think it even start nice for me. 10,000 subscribers. So I think that, you know, thank you 2021. And I believe in numbers a lot. This sounds probably very corny, but I don't care. And 21 is one of my numbers. So I'm looking out for some sort of divine intervention, some sort of greatness is supposed to be bestowed upon me, because 21 is my number. So I'm looking forward to good things this year.
And I wish you all the best with that.
Thank you, Brian.
Thank you so much again. I know that you're busy and I know that, you know, you have a lot of things to do. So thank you for coming here again.
Thank you for having me. I really do appreciate it. I'm so proud of you. And, you know, seeing you grow like this and doing something that you really want to do and something you're actually really good at warms my heart. Trust me, I don't want to sound like your grandma right now, but I'm so proud of you, for real.
I appreciate it. I can't let you go though. I have 3 questions I want to ask you.
Okay, fine, no
Just
problem.
To get to know you. When is the right time to post your partner on social media?
Brian, you know me enough. What do you mean by get to know me more?
Them know you.
Sure. When is the right time to post your partner? The logical Denille is saying never, because men are a complete and total waste of time and they should never be celebrated in any platform. However, however, I feel like it just comes with you will know the right time. You know, once everything is, you know, cemented a certain way and you know that you can 100% trust this person, that they're not cloning you out.
So when is that? 2 years, 5 years, when you're married?
It depends, you know. The thing is, I have a friend that tell me that he's going to post his partner 5 years after they're married.
After you're married? After
you're married. So him say, not tell nobody say him get married. He said he's not posting the person until 5 years, and him say, yo, yeah man, we dead there. No, not even like yeah man, we're there for real, then he will post you. So the time, it really varies for everybody. Like with me posting my partners, because this is somebody that I've been very close with for many years and has never done anything to me. He has stood the test of time. That is the only reason, but the logical part of me is telling you guys, don't post these men. They are deplorable. Like, don't do it. They be cheating.
Really?
Yeah.
True. Everybody be cheating though.
That's true. I mean, like with my previous relationship, yeah, you points made. With my previous relationship, at a point I was just like, this not feel.
Yeah.
I went and I archived all the photos, like even long before we broke up, I did remove all the pictures. So when people are just like, oh, them breakups, so she delete them long time. Come here and say, you know, say me not feel like say.
All right, next question. If your boyfriend lived in another parish, would the relationship still work? So like you live in St. Catherine and him live probably like a Clarendon or a St. Elizabeth.
Clarendon, it's giving the girls long distance.
Yeah.
Men cannot be faithful when they're in the same room, much less at different. I'm not sure, not too far. The furthest is Kingston and St. Catherine, because I work in Kingston and I'm always there. But Clarendon is giving the girls long distance.
So you're saying
no.
If he had lived in a different parish before you guys got together, he wouldn't?
For me, those anywhere that is not.
He drives, he could come
What
check you.
any, it's not say he may feel like him not gonna come look for me, but remember say when you're too far, you can't live multiple lives in a Brian.
True.
You can't have enough pot pan stove.
Yeah,
I love it.
Okay.
That's how I'm gonna do long distance, guys.
Alright. Last question. Everyone is migrating to Telegram and leaving WhatsApp deserted. What do you think about that?
I think it's interesting, you know, because of the terms and conditions that WhatsApp is gonna come with. I really do think that it's best that we dip. But for me, Telegram used to be the bun app. It's very interesting to see everybody going over to the cheating app. I'm gonna download it back.
I didn't know that. I'm kind of new to it, so.
Oh, I think I'm gonna download it back because I realize everybody's going over there. So I think I'm going to download Telegram.
Alright, so those were my 3 questions. Thank you guys for watching again. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And, you know, stay around for the other episode. I don't know how to do this outro thing.
Jump out on the big seas. In the spotlight, so me keep clean. Remember me got big dreams. Cause my life never sweet when me 16. Life change up your with no pristine. I gonna finish a mission, you know where this mean.